Alright, let's spill some serious tea today. Because we need to talk about Morocco. I'm seeing this narrative being pushed everywhere, this idea that they're the shining stars of African football, but honestly, I'm not buying it, and I'm about to tell you why. It feels like we're watching a performance, a carefully crafted image of a team that's somehow above the very continent it represents. They want to be seen as a European team that just happens to be in Africa. But let's be real. Their actions tell a completely different story. Think about it. After their run at the World Cup, the hype was insane. And don't get me wrong, it was a fantastic achievement, a historic moment for the continent. But something shifted after that. It's like they started believing their own hype a little too much. Suddenly, there was this air of untouchability. This "we're better than this" attitude. You see it in the media. You see it in the way they talk. And you definitely see it in their approach to African competitions. It's this bizarre paradox. They seem to look down on African football, yet they are absolutely desperate to conquer it. This desperation for the Afghan trophy is the biggest giveaway. If you're truly on another level, why is winning this one continental cup so all-consuming? It's been almost 50 years since their last and only Afghan title. For a team that supposedly has one foot in Europe, that's a long, long time. This desperation fuels a certain kind of behavior, a win-at-all-costs mentality that's becoming harder and harder to ignore. It's like they need this trophy to validate their supposed superiority, to finally prove to themselves, and to everyone else, that they are the kings of a continent they seem to hold in contempt. And that's where the dirty tricks, as people are calling them, come into play. We're not just talking about hard tackles on the pitch. We're talking about the off-the-field stuff, the political maneuvering, the media games. Remember the whole saga with the CAF awards? The outcry when Yassine Bounou didn't win Goalkeeper of the Year? Despite Victor Osimhen leading Nigeria and Napoli to incredible victories, the Moroccan press went into a complete meltdown. It wasn't just disappointment. It felt like a coordinated campaign to discredit the awards and the winner. It was as if they believed the award was theirs by right. And when they didn't get it, they tried to burn the whole house down. This isn't the behavior of a confident, secure footballing nation. It's the behavior of one that feels entitled and deeply insecure. Then there's the constant chatter about hosting. Morocco is positioning itself to host everything. The Afghan, co-hosting the World Cup. It's a massive power play. And hosting gives you immense influence. You control the logistics, the facilities, the environment. There's a reason why so many host nations do well. But when you combine this aggressive hosting strategy with that superiority complex, it starts to look less like ambition and more like an attempt to rig the game in your favor. It's about creating an environment where everything is tilted your way, making it that much harder for anyone else to compete on a level playing field. Look at the last AFCON. The drama surrounding their exit was something else. Instead of a humble departure, we saw confrontations, excuses, and a refusal to just accept the loss. The incident with Dr. Congo's captain Chancel Mbemba was a perfect example. The situation escalated in a way it never should have, and the post-match reactions from the Moroccan camp were just ugly. It was blame-shifting and a lack of sportsmanship that left a really sour taste. A truly great team knows how to lose with grace. They don't resort to chaos and accusations when things don't go their way. This is a pattern. It's a refusal to accept that on any given day, another African team can be better. This whole "we're European" act is just that, an act. They're geographically in Africa. They compete in African tournaments. Their football federation is a member of CAF. You can't pick and choose your identity when it suits you. You can't reap the benefits of being the pride of Africa when you do well on the world stage, and then turn around and act like you're too good for your own continental family. It's disrespectful to all the other nations who compete with passion and pride, who don't feel the need to look elsewhere for validation. Teams like Senegal, Nigeria, Egypt, Cameroon, these are giants of African football who embrace their identity. They fight for the AFCON with everything they have, not because they need it to feel important, but because it is important. It's the ultimate prize in Africa. This is the hypocrisy that needs to be called out. You can't build a legacy on a foundation of perceived superiority and behind-the-scenes maneuvering. True greatness is earned on the pitch. with respect for your opponents and for the game itself. It's about how you carry yourself in victory and, more importantly, in defeat. Right now, Morocco's actions are speaking louder than their World Cup performance ever could. They're creating a reputation not as a powerhouse, but as a poor sport, a nation so consumed by its own narrative that it's losing sight of what football is all about. The obsession with media control is another massive red flag. Any criticism, any story that doesn't fit their perfect image, is met with intense backlash. They try to shape the narrative at every turn to ensure only their version of the story is heard. This isn't just about promoting their team. It's about silencing dissent. Why are they so scared of a little criticism? Because the image is fragile. It is a house of cards built on this idea that they re a European team in African clothing, and they know that any little gust of wind, any bit of truth, could bring it all tumbling down. So what's the endgame here? It feels like they're trying to brute force their way to the top of Africa. If they can't win it purely on footballing merit, maybe they can win it through influence, through pressure, through creating an environment so hostile and biased that no one else stands a chance. But that's not a victory. That's a hollow conquest. The real legends of football, the teams and players we remember forever, are the ones who combine talent with character. They inspire people not just with their skills, but with their heart and their sportsmanship. So, shame on Morocco. Shame on them for this act. Shame on them for looking down on their brothers and sisters in African while being so desperate for their approval. The rest of Africa is watching. We see the condescension. We see the political games. And we see the insecurity behind it all. You're not fooling anyone. You're an African team, and it's time you started acting like it. Win with honor, lose with dignity, and respect the continent you're a part of. Because no amount of World Cup success or hosting rights can buy you the respect that you so clearly lacking. The truth is, your dirty tricks and your superiority complex are making you look small, not strong. And that's the real tea. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more real talk. See you in the next one.